Good morning, everybody. It's another new week here at Talk Motoring with Watch My Build. We're here to see Paolo Piazzamuso in the C10, but we've walked into something a little bit interesting. Paolo, what is this? What is going on?
Morning, Carl. How are you doing? Well, we're playing with our old school cars. It's one of the cars in Lance's collection. So it's an E-Type Jag, straight six, proper old school. So yeah, we're just getting her freshened up and running because she's been standing for a long time. So all the carbs and things are filed up. So yeah, just trying to clean it all up and get it going.
Yeah, I suppose leaving fuel in a car for a lengthy period of time is not a good thing, especially on these old things. I mean, is that the float bowl you were playing with?
Correct. Yeah, that's the float bowl, and the needle and seat sits on top here. So with the fuel being sitting there for a long time, it gets all gunged up and blocked. So the needle was stuck open. So yeah, we're just cleaning up all the carbs. These are SU carbs. So just getting all that cleaned, the fuel system, so that we can fire it up.
Yeah, this is, look, we didn't mention what car this is. If you can't see it from here, this is a genuine Jaguar E-Type as far as I can see from my eyes. Maybe I'm wrong, yes?
Correct, 100%. Straight six.
I can't, blown, mind. See, we came here a day late because we thought you were too busy for us, and now I see why. No, I'm kidding. it looks phenomenal. I can't wait to see it together. Obviously, you're going to get it together and get it running again, and I want to hear this thing purr, so hopefully it's still here when we come visit the C10 again. But on that note, let's go have a look at your C10. I see we've got the bonnet on, and you're buttoning up a few things on this, or where are we?
Yeah, we're on the closing stages now, so it's the fitment of the panels now, bonnet being the last bit. So we'll remove the bonnet and you can have a look what we've done underneath. So yeah, some challenges with the mods we've done. So we're going to have some mods done to get it to fit right.
Before we take the bonnet off, I just wanted to ask something. So this bonnet weighs pretty much a massive amount. I mean, it's probably 20 kilos or something ridiculous for this bonnet. So to stick with this original bonnet, the hinges are going to have to be pretty robust. They're going to have to fit, and then you've got to make a panel over the top here. Is that something you already got? So you're going to use an original one? Where do you?
Yeah, the vent panel we're going to use original, so that will stay the same. The bonnet hinges, we've decided to take away the old farm truck hinges, which are big, massive spring thing, ugly things, and we've ordered some proper billet hinges from the States. So we're waiting for those to arrive. But I think I'm going to still use the original hinges as a markup. The function is the same.
Okay, so the billets, and then you got the spring, or is it going to be gas?
It's going to have a little gas shock, which is much nicer than that big ugly spring.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, just to open this thing, I mean, if you didn't have anything on there, you'd take like 2 people just to lift it up. So.
Well, you'll see when we take it off.
I know, I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, I'll go that side, you grab this side, let's get it off.
I've actually got the hinges here, Carl. So these are the big, massive, ugly, standard things, and you can see the big coil spring here that we're talking about. So what they do now is all these components are made in billet aluminium. They remove the spring and they put a little gas shock on, so it just looks a lot nicer. It's a lot lighter. The function of the bonnet is a lot better as well. Yeah.
So I mean, this almost looks like my garage door spring. That's how serious of a spring it is. And by billets, it's called billet because it's machined.
Correct.
It's a billet, so a block of aluminium, and then it gets CNC machined to make the shape.
100% right. And the other advantage is with those hinges is you don't need a bonnet stay. Whereas with this, you need a bonnet stay.
Oh, right. So the hinges, the gas shock itself opens it, and then you just pull against the gas.
Like the boot of your hatch,
Oh, right. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's, I'm not looking forward to this. It's going to be massive and heavy and awkward. But anyway, let's try. Okay, let's go this side. I'll go this side, you go that side.
Ready? How's your workout?
God, I don't need to use your on-site gym anymore. Right, that was fun. Whew. Okay, wow. All right, so you got the top valance?
Yeah, let's call it a valance. So you can see we've fabricated that, starting to flow really nicely, starting to get that look that I was telling you about, where the whole engine bay is sort of encased. So yeah, it's starting to look really pretty now.
It actually makes the engine look bigger. It makes the engine look like you've put a bigger motor in here. Before it looked like you're tiny, and now it actually looks like a massive, what it is really.
Correct. And that's not a small motor, eh?
No, I know. It's just the size of the car actually almost took away from the size of the motor. Now that we've got all the panels on and looking all neat and tidy, I see obviously these are just mock-up cap screws, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you going to stay with the cap screw or maybe go countersunk or?
No, we're going to go with like a dome screw.
Okay.
Probably stainless. So we'll probably actually spray it the same color as the car, so that everything looks flowing, These are just mock-ups at the moment, so yeah. As you can see, we're not far away now from taking the truck apart. That's getting really exciting now, you know. So I think just enjoy what you're going to see now, because probably the next time you come, we're going to start having to remove parts. So we'll probably take off the rear bin, start with that, get that all done up, and then, slowly, bit by bit, start stripping it down.
Yeah, I'm super excited to actually see it blown apart. I know I'm a bit backwards. Most people like to see cars together. I like to see them apart, because then you get to see all the little bits and pieces that you've done that we weren't able to see because the car's completely assembled. But just a few things before you go to blow apart. So I'm just going to walk across you quickly. We can't see it now. I'm sure we'll get a shot of it now. But like all the cracks and stuff throughout the steel, and that's something you do once you've blown it apart, or while it's still on the car?
So that is the reason we're going to blow it apart and get the metal work done, is to sort out all the nigglies. So any cracks, rust, or any actual material that we don't want, we're going to shave it off, clean it up, get it ready for paint. So these are the things we'll start doing when it's apart.
Now, these small little cracks and stuff are just, small little things on the body, and that's not going to be your most amount of work. Your most amount of work is going to be on the chassis frame itself and getting that boxed up and ready?
Correct. So on the chassis, remember I said to you we've notched and done bits and pieces, but I'm not too concerned because we're going to reinforce it. Well, now that we've got it all mocked up, when we take it apart, we're going to box it, clean it up, remove parts that we don't need. So yeah, that's going to be the part we're going to get exciting with the chassis.
So we're super close to stripping it apart. If you just want to have a look in here, so you've basically just got to get this done on the interior, on the inside of the engine bay, the bend away here to cover the wheel, and then from there it's time to start stripping this thing apart, and we get to see it lying on the floor like a Gymkhana set or a model set, and we put the little plastic strings between them and send it to paint, and from there we just reassemble and you've got a running car. I know it sounds super simple the way I'm saying it, but probably a good 5 to 10 days worth of work.
Yeah, so first of all, the splash plates, that's actually going to be quite difficult to do, because you can see there's a lot of compound curves. There's also the control arms and other bits of suspension, the anti-roll bar and all that to kind of get by. So that's a couple of days work on its own. Then we've got some challenges here. Putting the bonnet on, we saw we need the clearance for the bonnet hinges. Now, this is where it becomes difficult because we don't have those bonnet hinges yet. So what are we going to do? Are we going to wait? Are we going to take a thumb suck, or we're going to do it later? Those are the decisions we have to make. And then here on the front, we have to do the latch for the bonnet as well. So yeah, going to get that done first, and then time to strip it.
Okay, well, like I said, I was going to criticize you for not doing enough work. No, I'm kidding. There has been a lot of work done again in the week to get this car as close as possible to splitting it apart. I'm sure the client himself is chomping at the bit to see his new C10. And also you got these wonderful machines that are coming in, like the E-Type and that. So you got a lot of things to get done before you can even get finished on this. But my excitement is growing to see this thing blown apart. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to see this laid across the floor and ready to go. But I think that concludes another episode of Watch My Build here with Paulo Piazzamusso. Paulo, thank you so much for your time again, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you. Can't wait.